Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today, I want to talk about how to build character within a relationship or just how to build character. There's a few things that we do that doesn't help us to build character. And I think for me, one of the things that I do that does not help me to build character is when I focus on other people's growth before my own growth. So in other words, I focus on everybody else needs to grow before I grow. And if you're in a relationship, you're going to ask the person that you're with to grow before you make any changes. So your whole entire focus is going to be like, okay, when they grow, I grow. If they don't grow, then it gives me a license not to grow. That does not build character. Number two, you create knowledge versus experience. That means you're in your head more than you are experiencing life. You get stuck up in your head, you learn more. It's like you keep on learning and learning, going to workshop, doing a lot of things, reading books, doing all you can, but not applying. Why? Because there's fear of using our hearts versus our head. And then another problem with it is we're easily stop the process of growth. We quit too early. We stop the process of growth. Why? Because there's a feeling of being comfortable. When you're very comfortable, you'll stop the process of growth. Being comfortable is really addicting because we as human beings don't like pain. We would love to just numb the pain. So we have like number one pills. That's one of the number one thing. People don't like to feel pain, but there is growth pain, which is absolutely needed. So those are the things that may stop us from building character within the relationship. The worst part about all this is that this creates immaturity. And when you have immaturity, parts of you are going to carry that to relationships. And guess what? If you don't learn from the first part of growth within yourself, within a relationship that creates maturity, there's a breakthrough trying to happen, and it's conflict is growth trying to happen. And if you don't resolve that, guess what? You take your immaturity, you take your lack of character with you in the next relationship, in the next moment, in the next job, in the next event. And when that happens, the lesson repeats. When that happens, the lesson repeats because deep inside of you, you want growth. Deep inside of you, you want breakthrough. But that lack of maturity, a lack of character stops you from having that breakthrough. So if you ever feel like, man, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of things that are happening in my life, well, maybe it's an unspoken prayer that you have that you want more of your life. You want more breakthroughs. So then resistance starts to happen. So how to shift about that? Number one is focus on you. Focus on who you're becoming. Focus not on what people are doing, not what so-and-so needs to grow. Focus on you. Who are you becoming? You see, without a vision, people perish, correct? So, but what I'm saying to you, without a vision, you can't imagine, you can't even conceive something new if you're focusing on how far off you are or what other people are doing. If you're focusing so much on what other people are doing, how great somebody else's relationship is, and you're not focusing on yours or how great this person looks versus you, and guess what? Your vision is going to be on what you don't have. The second thing is application leads to experience. Only having the knowledge of all the things that you're learning is great, but the experience, when you apply it, that experience is powerful. And guess who's in charge of that experience? Only you are in charge of that experience. What I would do is go out and create as many experiences as you can, because once you have that experience, you can never go back. You have a different experience. And I know subconsciously we are afraid of the unknown, afraid of an experience we never had. So tapping into that experience, is great. Not allowing knowledge to stop you from experiencing, okay? And, because having a lot of knowledge is also addicting too. You could just have a lot of knowledge so you could protect yourself with knowledge. But experience is where you tap into truth. Okay, the last thing is trust, surrender, and release control of others. Trust the process, surrender the results, and let go of control of what other people are doing, except the only thing you can't control is you. But you controlling you is really important. And I have to kind of go over this definition of control that I looked up. The ability or power to decide or strongly influence a particular way in which something will happen or someone will behave. If your mindset is to control how something will happen or how somebody's going to decide to do something, if your focus is on that, well, guess what? You take your focus off of you. How about you choose to be self-control? Control your decision, control your influence in the way you deal with life. If you focus on that, there's a lot more power in that than trying to subconsciously control people. You may say, well, I don't control people. Well, guess what? If you want people to like you, you're trying to control people to like you. If you're afraid of rejection, you're trying to control the rejection that you're getting. When other people's reaction is affecting you, there's a subconscious way we're thinking that, man, if I could just control those people not to affect me, then I'll be good. But still, is a control. So the thing that I was talking about as I'm wrapping this up is to, number one, trust the process. Number two is to surrender. And number three is to release control. And that's what I wanted to chat with you about. And hopefully you got something out of this. And what I want to do is have you type in the message, whatever comment you got. Well, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please do subscribe if you like the video, and please share it. And also click on the bell button there so you can be notified with any new videos that I come out with. Thank you.